We're always grateful to people who taught us meditation because it changed us from, simply speaking, Nara to Narayan, Manava to Madhava. Nara to Narayan is human to God, who showed what this world is. While we are fully there, as energy, as consciousness, but we are fully here, experiencing this life and living this purpose.
We started the first online meditation at that time, 2012, and that's how my meditation journey started. And the first 41-day session, like many of you doing it now here, completely changed. And I think a lot of meditation brought me at that time was a lot of internal peace.
I started my practice 3 years ago in one such program, where I was just curious to find out what is meditation and what meditation has to do with corporate life. I realized meditation is everything. My entire perspective of how I live changed. I was able to find my purpose. I was able to build a great relationship with my family, with my colleagues.
For meditation, I can say that the last 8 to 10 years, I am usually doing the meditation, not in the form of this type. This is my first time for Buddha CEO, but this is with scientific explanation and all. It's giving deeper meaning of all the meditation and what we are feeling. I'm feeling more, very in a deeper way.
A few years back, my income tax assessment was going on when that income tax officer was extremely strict officer, and my staff went and met him couple of times. I just decided, let me meditate, and then after doing that inner conversation, he uploaded the more positive order than even I thought about it.
I started meditation from this June 2023. To be very precise, what it has helped me is that to beat my insecurity and to beat my anxiety. What I tell my friends and everyone, what it has given me, which I feel is a blessing, is a patience, the power of patience, the power of just being, just having that faith, it will turn out good.
Sir, I would like to say that you saw my condition when I attended at, March. Now, sir, I am able to, walk without a stick as well as sit on the floor, and it is really lot of thanks to you.
Definitely the creative or the learning power, I'm connecting the dots again, I'm seeing that my work has increased to tenfold after I came back from the advanced meditation, but I can see how I'm handling 10 different things, but all with a calm mind. Before meditation was a different, now I'm kind of seeing that difference, definitely, more and more.
I think 3 or 4 years I was suffering from anxiety and overthinking issues. But after joining this course, after 7 days I saw immediate results. Like I have migraine issues, overthinking issues, anxiety, and just also reducing day by day. And I see that my concentration level is also drastically increased.
I'm thankful for each time when you say you need to be thankful, I started appreciating and I started noticing what I have always taken lots of them for granted. I am noticing them a bit more, and I am thankful for everything and everything. Now I notice things in more in a detail.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon, evening. In the year 2015, Patriji we were talking, and in one of the conversations that time, he said, we need to have a Buddha CEO workshop, a program. We can bring in leadership from different organizations and then talk about the importance. And he was also talking about taking this scientific wisdom to the organizations. So then we organized one edition of a small workshop in Pyramid Valley International, a meditation center near Bangalore, something that he established, something that I had the great opportunity along with Vani to be part of. And then we did a second edition after that in the next year in a small scale. But the words Buddha Sivo are there deeply with us. And for various reasons, we couldn't continue it afterwards. Sar got very busy, he was traveling quite a bit. And I was there was a transition from a company, and so then it was quite busy time. So we didn't continue. But however, that thought was there deep inside of us to do something like the Buddha CEO that must happen, that this breath mindfulness meditation, this simple practice of meditation must be introduced to all the leadership, to all the senior influencers in organizations, because every leader has a lot of resources, access to resources, and so they can make a huge difference to their companies and organizations, to the communities. Well, Patriji's work has been tremendously everywhere in every part of the India, in many places in the rural areas to start with, because we all have a purpose, and he felt that's his purpose, to go and then teach to every person. And so he started, the biggest bases in rural India started from there. While the attempt to bring this same knowledge, the scientific evidence-based knowledge, that meditation is not just another practice, but something that fundamentally alters the way we live and think and approach life. And so this thought of wanting to do this is there. It's something that is there for me from the very, very beginning, ever since I came into meditation. Of course, who does not want? We all want to introduce it wherever we are. This thought that a Buddha Seva must happen, and with a focus, we continue to do this work. And so that thought was there, and then something that transpired to me personally, as I've been working as an executive at IBM Corporation somewhere, and we all get aligned to a purpose. Well, this thought of starting was there, but the timing was not there. But then it came, the timing was coming in 2018-19, so that intensifies, the feeling intensifies inside of us that what is the right time. So the feeling intensified, so somewhere in the 2019, I resigned my job, wanting to do something like this, but not exactly knew what it is going to be. And then subsequently, with the COVID time, Patriji asked me before COVID time that go and then organize this program called Dhyana Jagath. The entire program, it's about 300 speakers over a 10-day period, with multiple things happen, thousands of people. That there's an annual event for Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement. So he asked me to take care of all the programs aspect of it. So I was there 2-3 months. I was working for it. Still don't know. I resigned my job, but don't know exactly how to do, where to start. The clarity was not there. But I do know that we have to do something around concept of Buddha CEO. That words are there. So after the program is over in February of 2020, so I was going through I went to a workshop with Dr. Joe Dispenza. A lot more clarity came. Amazing sort of experience came into that gamma state experiences of this wholeness experience, that connectedness experiences were there, very, very deep rooted. That is possible that we can start small, but it's possible that we can do anything that we wish to dream for. So that experience came deeply during those programs. And so I decided that we jot down about Buddha's Quantum Foundation as what were the objectives. So as I was finishing the document about what needs to be there, what is spiritual scientific mindset, and then what should be the objectives. And as we wrote it down, then automatically things unfolded. The COVID was coming down, and suddenly at Pyramid Valley, we wanted to, because there was a lot of stress among the minds of the people, we started a small online session. We said, let's do online meditation for 11 days, then extend to 21 days, then extend to 40 days. So that's the time that the Buddha CEO informally started. The moment it started, it became very, very clear that we all have our talent, and then our talent, unique talent, to be applied towards service, to the help of others, becomes purpose for everyone. So it became very apparent to me that a global understanding, global knowledge that I've been all throughout my career traveling around. And my colleague at that point, Lawrence Gohar-Choli, who lives in France and is the founder of the Buddha's Quantum Foundation. And then she's also had extensive global travel, global experience, and corporate experience. It became very clear that we must take the charter of Buddha to be global in nature everywhere, and then more into the leadership, into the organizations, to talk about the importance, so that each of us, while we benefit, but we also immediately and readily think about everybody around us, entire teams, and then the communities. So a simple online meditation to relieve stress became slowly Buddha CEO, and something beautiful happens. When we have a strong intent and desire, of course, the entire universe conspires to come to support us in ways that we don't even expect, in ways that we cannot even imagine, because our thought process will always be towards what we know. So that time, my thought was Buddha CEO will start as a simple a physical center in Bangalore. That time we have running a soul meditation center called Soul Trance Meditation Center in Bangalore. That one has been taking care of it quite diligently, religiously. And so we thought maybe that's where we start, and then that's where we bring some people, invite them, do some workshops. Maybe that's how it's going to start. It's a city center. It's a very pretty place, energetic place. But that's not at all what happened. Instead, online sessions is how it started. And one of our mentors, Padmashri Karthikeyanji, he joined one session one day. In the beginning of it, in the first 11 days, I just invited him one day. The only interaction that I used to have with him is once in every year at Pyramid Valley International, when we used to invite him as a guest. Patriji used to ask me to take care of him, so I used to spend time with him during that annual event called Buddha Purnima event at Pyramid Valley. So that was the only interaction I had. And then before and after the event, we would have an exchange of email, but not otherwise during the rest of the year. So by no means I consider that we were like very close-eyed thing. I just invited. Something prompted me inside. Then I just invite Karthikeyan. So I invited him for one session. In the pre-founding days of Buddha CEO, but we were doing online sessions during COVID. And so Sar came, he attended, he gave a message. And then subsequently, Sa was telling us that he liked what he saw, so he continued for a few more days. And he wrote to Dr. S.V. Balasubramaniam and saying, here is something very interesting, can be easily adopted into everyone. So try this out. There are many meditations, all are good, but this meditation is very, very simple. Anyone can practice. And so then from there, then things started. S.V. Balasubramaniam sir came in, who is a very successful businessman in South India, and then took to it, and then he wrote to many more people. And so then from there came many, many masters. Sendimalaji, Narendraji, Manivanaji, Rajkumar. Then, of course, we got introduced from Karthikeya sir and S.V. sir to Padmashri, Dr. R.V. Ramani, founder of Shankara Foundation. And so then he took it to more people. So this is how Buddhist Quantum Foundation spread in no time, in a few weeks of beginning. The efforts that we were putting together matched with the perfect help from the quantum field universe in spreading it and getting the word out. So then we formalized it, and then sometime August 2020, we formalized the foundation as a non-profit trust registered in Karnataka, India. When we have great intention, then things come together. If we are having that intention, unwavering intention, but wanting to have that passion about it. So then we kept dreaming about this foundation. We kept dreaming about it. And then again, in the least expected way, a master, Shakahara madam, who was working at Cognizant, said, I would like to organize this program. We organized a 40-day program in this Cognizant Technology. It's one of the leading IT companies. 1,000 people joined right then in that organization. Everything happens in a jiffy, or things happen if our intentions are right. And so many, many masters from Cognizant came in as they were as volunteers. And so that's how we were very, very fortunate and grateful that Rakkesh and then Ratanavel and then Lakshmi madam and Aravind and many masters who came in from Cognizant. But prior to that, the moment we had this whole idea of the foundation, the Soul Meditation Center that we're running, that center transformed, I would say, into the Buddhist Foundation as a more online, a physical place transformed into an online place. With the masters from there, Nagapradeep, Jagan, they all came from there as volunteers. Within no time, then Anusha madam, in the very first program, and then she felt that she really wanted to contribute, and then she joined. And some of the senior masters from Pyramid Society, Srikant, Ananthi madam, and others have joined in the beginning in helping us to take off. But everything, I wanted to make the point that, dear friends, we all have dreams and we all have some passions to pursue. We take an action, and then when we meditate regularly, the strength comes, and when the clarity comes at the right timing is revealed to us. And so then that happens, and then when we sort of align to the timing and we do, things start. The help is there, the universal help is there. The quantum field is constantly paying attention to each and every one of us in what we're looking to experience in our life. With all these initial group of masters, and of course there are many more masters in the initial, I might have probably not given names, but that's not the intent, but with all of them, our foundation's activities started. And in this 40-day program that we're doing, there are also, during IBM days, some thoughts came, but during this COVID beginning days of it, Sandy, I was doing a short program for a group of people, meditated pyramid masters in the UK. And so this whole sections, and then week by week, we do health and emotional intelligence, and then 1 week manifestation, all of those thoughts just came as downloading in the beginning days. They just flow through you. We always become instruments, and when we operate as instrument, then things do happen automatically. There is so much help coming. So a beautiful 40-day program formed from March of 2020. By the time we get to May, where we launched the first official Buddha CEO 40-day workshop, a beautiful 40-day program formed, almost 90% of what we are going through this edition. And so since then, every 5 weeks, 6 weeks, we've been doing these 40-day programs. And then immediately, our goal, the purpose of Foundation is to take the scientific meditation wisdom to all the leadership and aspiring leadership, youngsters, youth graduating out of colleges, and then wanting to see that they are empowered with this wisdom. So when they get into the next set of life experiences, which are going to be very empowering for them, that is business and workplace. And so we want to make sure that they have this wisdom, so they're empowered, they're enabled, and then they're free, and they continue to be creative. And so this is how a youth program started for us, with Ravindra leading it, and Nagapradeep, and so we did start doing youth programs. So many editions of 3-week youth programs we've been doing now. And online 40-day programs that we fundamentally, it came from Patriji that the programs have to be free. A spiritual knowledge must be free. They cannot be, there is no, it's, Karthikeyan mentioned, it's priceless. And it's for everybody. Everyone is eligible for it. So then either money or anything must not come into the middle. And so fundamentally, we've taken this approach that our programs have to be free. Patriji always has been that way. Something great, let me have great respect for this grandmaster. So doing these youth programs and 40-day programs for all, everybody, employees and corporate employees, leadership, government sector, education sector, and across the board. And from there, many families joining, parents joining, it's natural. An individual transforms, and so the family transforms, the community transforms. This is going to happen. Very naturally, it's happening. And then we added on more programs like intensive meditation programs. And then one of the core things that my life purpose, if I look back, is to be able to realize our dreams. We all have dreams. And so the concept of manifestation science, and I really loved when I heard about we have unlimited possibility, and then we can create it through our thought and feeling. So with that experience of mine, by having understood from various concepts from everywhere, we evolved a process of a five-step or 5 sutras of manifestation science, which if we do sincerely, if we develop that abilities in those 5 sutras, and then we seem to be able to create things for ourselves, we seem to be able to realize things for ourselves. So we started doing these multiple manifestation programs. Very an important aspect of meditation, that you realize your dreams, you live your potential. The purpose, when it's aligned, manifestation aligned to purpose, becomes the greatest combination, because then we become very, very we live a meaningful life, we live a very, very satisfying life, because your purpose is aligned to your manifestation goals. So dear friends, along the way, then we started a dream project that we always wanted to do, is a magazine, a corporate magazine, a magazine that speaks very neutral scientific language, so that everybody across religions or across any larger organizations where they want to be secular in nature and inclusive in nature must be able to do so. We started a magazine called Buddha CEO, a quarterly magazine, again, a group of volunteers leading from Ratha Madam came in. And then it's a dream that we're able to continue to produce these magazines every quarter. One can get a copy online, buddhasiva.org/magazine, a free copy that we're able to send. I know within India, outside India, so we can connect with some of our volunteers, and maybe they'll be able to give copies of this. But a magazine came, and then again, a great inspiration from Patriji, because he always was doing 10 magazines every month, and a Kannada magazine, a Tamil magazine, a Telugu magazine, and two English magazines. So many magazines that used to give corrections and suggestions for. We all have been learning many things. We all have been experiencing many things. So we bring together that wisdom. Nothing new. Spiritual science is there. Science and meditation is there. We bring together that wisdom. Our experiences go into it. So we're grateful to many, many Buddha CEOs who've been giving a lot of these messages and experiences that will go into this magazine. And we're happy that we are distributing this to hundreds of CXOs within India. Every time an issue comes, we send it out to create awareness, intense awareness about this. So our activities continue, dear friends. And then today we are here, just completed 3 years in August of this year formally. And then we were able to launch our US Foundation, United States, Buddha Quantum Foundation, USA, an independent entity there. With support of all the masters, Jagdish has been there fundamentally from the very beginning, Narendra Garu, so many people from the beginning, and then later many, many leadership came in. And all of it, I am very, very grateful to my dear friend, Sai Kripa Saga, who has been there supporting. And I'm grateful to Shreyans Daga, very, very great support. And then Dr. Newton, whenever we wanted to, they came in. And so then it goes on, dear friends. The Buddha Quantum Foundation work is happening. I'm very, very happy. And so now we are moving into the next set of activities by our core goal has been to wanting to take this as a policy, wanting to take this into the leadership so that they define, they bring this increased awareness across the organizations. We're starting our first conference called Global Conference of Meditative Leaders that's going to take place in New Delhi next year, February. We're just making arrangement for it, Prashant Agarwal ji, and then MP Singhal ji, and then our PMC, Hindi team, Amulya, Naman. Some of them have taken on these roles to take on this great initiative. Then we dream of many, many policymakers attending and then take away the beautiful work that's happening across PSSM and Buddha CEO in taking meditation, this simple meditation. This meditation we're practicing is simple. Takes 2 minutes to learn. It can be practiced by everybody. As much as you and me understanding the science, but those who don't understand the science but still practice, and they have all the benefits, you know this. And so we wanted to bring this awareness and give enough case studies, enough material, enough scientific evidence so that people are the policymakers, leadership, are going to take this into the organizations. All HR personnel, HR leadership must take this and give this as a great gift to the employees. And so naturally, organization thrives. So thank you, dear friend, for joining. Let's go into meditation. Once again, today, Saturdays, we're bringing in some leadership across the board to talk about how meditation is helping them. So we'll listen to some experiences after meditation. Relax yourself, sit comfortably. We're practicing breath mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to stay empty the mind and be in that emptiness. And we do this by observing our breath with our eyes closed, fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural breath. When you observe the breath, mind becomes empty. And when the mind is empty, we experience sensation. We may experience sensation, witness it. If we have any visions, colors, witness them. In experiencing emptiness, be in there. If you have thought anytime, bring your attention back to the breath and observe the breath again. This is called breath mindfulness meditation. Let me think I got the wrong posture. So this is called breath mindfulness meditation, as you see in the picture. And then before we do that, we're doing something called heart elevation process. So just follow my guidance, dear friends. Relax yourself. Sit comfortably. Relax your body. Dear friends, dear friends, dear masters, with your eyes closed, specs removed, with your hands on your chest area, connect with your heart center with a slow, long, relaxing breath. Can you feel your beautiful heart? Feel the seed of all emotions. Can you recollect an experience from your past, from your present, where you felt enormous love, gratitude, compassion? Relive that moment and feel that energy. Relive that moment and feel that energy of love, of gratitude, of compassion. And can you radiate that energy onto everybody and everything to help them heal, to help them become their best version? Where your attention goes, there the energy flows. We are all deeply interconnected. The more we experience this energy of love, gratitude, the more coherent we become, the more connected we feel. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, resting your hands comfortably in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience the emptiness. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience that emptiness inside of you, all around you. As our mind is becoming empty, we allow our body to function at its natural best. We increase our power of thought. And we gain greater clarity. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience that emptiness. become aware of that emptiness, where there's no body, where there's no thing. Stay aware of this emptiness, that energy. Merge into it, this quantum field of limitless possibilities. The field of intelligence. The more you are in it, the more you stay connected to this emptiness and energy. The more clearer you become, the more you draw into your purpose. Allow yourself to merge into the emptiness of yourself. This is your unlimited self that connected intelligence. the longer you stay aware of this field of connectedness, the more you experience your wholeness. Friends, let's express gratitude. Gratitude to all things and everybody. For gratitude to your parents, your teachers, your mentors, your family, friends, colleagues, relatives, everybody. Be grateful to this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals, to everything you use, the technology, the system, the companies, the governments. Your gratitude to yourself and to this intelligent quantum field. Gratitude is the ultimate and receivership. Recollect your experiences from the session. And whenever you're ready, you keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. And then you open your eyes. Okay, dear friends. Hope you enjoy the session. Let's Saturdays is sharing days in this program, Tuesdays and Saturdays. As much as possible, we invite guest speakers, guest leadership to come and share their transformative journeys and how they are able to contribute their meditation journey, the meditations to the communities and then organizations. So we learn from them. A very, very important component of this program, and the reason this program is many ways effective for most people, is because of the experiences that people share here. And other meditators come here and then share their experiences. It reinforces our understanding of the concept, how somebody can take things without worry easily, no matter what the situation is. So all those practical examples help us. Something is a very, very core practice called satsang, and listening to us experience increase our third eye capability. So please do take advantage of it. We invite, today we have PMC Quantum Foundation trustee, a CTO for a company which is doing an important work. Rakkesh, we will listen to his experiences and sharings. Yes, Rathravel.
Thank you so much for the wonderful meditations. Thank you. And dear friends and masters, today, being the business leaders sharing, we have Rakkesh Jalabune sir. He's an entrepreneur, former delivery director at Cognizant, and a trustee and Buddha Siya Quantum Foundation. He has over 25 years of experience in the technology industry, having taken up both the technical and leadership roles in US, Europe, and India. Having learned meditation with the Buddha Siya Quantum Foundation in the year 2020, and having seen significant transformation in both personal and professional life, with a sincere and extensive practice, Rakkesh shares the vision of the foundation and joined the team immediately. He actively teaches the meditation and manifestation science through various programs of the foundation, apart from doing several other service activities. He is currently a co-founder and CTO of a software technology company called Quantum Coherence Technologies that is building meditation software to accelerate adoption of the meditation worldwide. So let's welcome Rakkesh for this wonderful sharing in today's leadership sharing. Over to you, Rakkesh and Chandrasen. Thank you.
Thank you, Rakesh. Wonderful opportunity for listening to your experience, your transformation. Something very, very few people are able to do what you're doing in the practice of meditations. Latching onto the importance of it, and so then holding to it and wanting to truly make a difference. Taking up this. Thank you. I wanted to get this foundation video played. I think it's a great way for all the work that you're also doing before we listen to experiences. And I have the video played, please, and then we invite Rakkesh.
CEO Quantum Foundation, a non-profit public spiritual trust, is founded and managed by successful corporate leaders. Inspired by the Grand Meditation Master Brahmarshi Pitamaha and mentored by Padma Shri D.R. Karthikeyan, Dr. S.V. Balasubramaniam and Padma Shri Dr. R.V. Ramani.
We are all here to celebrate the grand functioning of Buddha CEO Foundation. 1 year of great efforts, preceded by a few years of planning for it and establishing of a full-fledged office here in Bengaluru. It is total manifestation. Whatever you think, it will happen.
The foundation is operating globally with volunteers and participants across several countries.
Meditation is a process to gain whatever that we can dream about and to remove any limitations that we're setting on ourselves which stops us from realizing that dream.
The vision of the foundation is to build leaders who are meditative, compassionate and purpose-driven for a harmonious and fulfilling life. With a mission to empower organizational leaders, entrepreneurs, and students with scientific meditation wisdom, the foundation has been carrying out 3 types of activities: teaching meditation, publishing meditation wisdom, and building global communities.
As of August 2023, 390 plus programs with 4,380 plus hours of content and positively enhanced the lives of 84,200 plus people
with the breath mindfulness meditation practice. The flagship 40-day program is a free online program for leaders and employees. Spiritual scientific wisdom about meditation, physical and emotional health, relationships and manifestations are taught in this program. Other programs include 21-day for youth, multi-day manifestation, intensive meditations, Saturday masterclasses, full moon night meditations and Sunday long meditations. Spiritual scientific wisdom means we are energy and are all interconnected. We create our own reality. The world has abundance for all. The foundation runs 2 YouTube channels containing hundreds of testimonials, wisdom and guided meditations. It publishes a corporate meditation magazine called Buddha CEO and distributed thousands of copies to its members and several CXOs. The foundation published 2 books on meditation, namely Patriji Answers and The Miracles of Meditation, to inspire many more.
Finally, I have this in my hand, manifestation. A dream manifestation in black and white, the concept of a Buddha CEO.
It's a great job, Chandra. Buddha CEO is not just teaching meditation and also giving lot of information about meditation and how to lead the life.
The foundation also created meditation courses on the online Udemy platform to support self-paced learning.
Meditation is miraculous. So meditation is the only method by which we can make individuals responsible.
During 2022, Buddha CEOs worldwide across 20 cities in the Middle East, UK, USA and India organized several in-person workshops by Masters Chandra and Vani, strengthening the foundation's global presence.
Meditation has been the ultimate medicine for all the problems. It's a permanent medicine. If you take medicine, it will only helpful for a short time. But meditation is going to be a lifelong medicine.
The foundation relies on the active support of the participants, volunteers and trustees and expresses deep gratitude to them. The foundation has done great work in its first 2 years of operations, causing significant healing, life transformations, self-empowerment and growth in thousands of individuals and a few organizations.
For this Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation, we should have a tagline: Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam. Yoga is meditation, Karma is action, Kaushalam is efficiency.
It is very grateful to Brahmarshi Patriji and Swarnamala Patriji and its mentors. The team at Buddha CEO thanks all participants for their active support and invites everyone to join this noble mission.
Yes, Rakkesh, please go ahead.
Thank you, Chandra, and happy morning, friends. I started my journey about 3 years ago. Chandra mentioned Buddha CEO Foundation did a program in Cognizant that I was working as a delivery director. And I started not knowing anything about meditation except for certain assumptions that I had made based on what I had heard, that, okay, this is something that you do when you have a lot of time, you need a lot of concentration. It is not for something, for busy people. The only thing that it just pulled me or wanted me to see is that, in a company like Cognizant, which is a multinational company, what is meditation? And why is somebody talking about meditation? Just out of that curiosity, I just joined that day, thinking it was more of an introductory session, and not knowing it was for 40 days. Probably if it was for 40 days, I wouldn't have even joined. But anyway, and that first day, I listened to Chandra's experience of how meditation helped him in his career, in his life. I also listened to a few others, including one of my colleagues whom I had a lot of respect for, Sai Kopasagar, who was with Cognizant too, and I had known him before. I didn't know he was meditating. When I listened to his experience, I realized that, of course, I respected him a lot, and whatever that he was, and he said that it is because of meditation. So when I listened to those experiences, I did that first half an hour meditation. Of course, I didn't have any of the experiences. We hear a lot about experiences, but I had no experience. Only thing was that it made me feel calm. And when I listened to these experiences, I said, okay, let me see what is there. So I just went with that attitude and said, let me attend all the sessions. And I took it day by day. Somewhere in the second or third week, I said, okay, I have to know a lot more about it. And I started attending additional programs. There was a program happening in the morning, 6 a.m. like this, while the program at Cognizant was happening at 10 a.m. And that is where I started understanding from perspectives of different people, sharings from different people. And towards the end of those 40 days, something clicked. Something said, hey, there's a lot more that I have to learn about this. Where I used to think that, hey, I have done so much in my career, and I've traveled all over the world, I have achieved certain things in my work. And I thought I knew a lot. At the end of those 40 days, what I realized was what I knew was very, very little. There is so much more that I had even not thought about. At the end of these 40 days, I made a commitment to myself that I will commit myself to practicing this and knowing more. That's all I did. Of course, I didn't know what I will have, what I will do in future. The only commitment that I made was I will learn and practice every day. That's all I did. And along the way, my entire life, I've realized, is transformed. I can clearly say who I was before meditation and who I was after. Everything that I had thought, I had believed was just a belief. I hadn't even started this meditation journey for my health purpose, but I used to carry a lot of my conditions like my migraine, the bronchitis, where I was struggling to breathe. I used to carry inhalers all the time. End of those 40 days, all of that was gone. I mean, I realized there's not even a single episode. And then I started understanding more about the science of this meditation. I said, how is this possible? All I was doing was sitting on, 1.5 hours every day, and then practicing meditation and doing nothing else. And yet all of this was gone. While all my, learnings, whatever that I had before, was telling me that, the conditions outside, the pollution, the traffic, the stress, everything else outside was causing my health condition. And here I was just sitting with myself. I'm healing all of this. And that was only one part of it. I started understanding that, hey, my own thoughts is creating what I'm people around me. When I was having, arguments with my spouse or my son or my teammates, and I was thinking that, hey, they are actually doing something against me. When I end of those 40 days, when I was calm, I was completely heartless. All of that started changing. I realized, hey, all of that is my creation. What I was thinking, what I was feeling is what I was attracting. So those 40 days told me that this is something that I have to carry on forever. And not just that, I have to do this for everybody. I want to share this, whatever little that I knew. And all I did was, I said, okay, first thing that came to my mind was, let me share it with my team. I did a 21-day program for my team. A lot of people joined, but there was one person who would do it every day, even on the weekends. That's when I realized, yes, this is something that I really want to do. Because even when that person was telling me that, hey, this is for you, this is what you have to do. And I went very, very, very deep. I started practicing morning, late night, and for pure selfish reasons, I said, okay, if I have to learn more, I have to be with people around who knows more. And I said, okay, let me do something with Buddha-Siya Quantum Foundation so that I can be with Chandra and many other masters. That is the only reason why I said, okay, let me volunteer. But this journey, friends, has been amazing. The last 3 years, I have lived a lot more than I have ever lived in my first years before meditation. What I realized is knowledge is there, you learn a lot of things, but to truly experience is what you do with meditation. I knew a lot of the teachings like the power of subconscious mind. I'd read some of these books, but all the time I was thinking this is for somebody else. I used to think that, hey, my wife, why is she not doing that? Why is she always talking negative? Why is, my team telling this? They should be more positive. At the end of this 40 days, and then I started practice, I realized, hey, all this is for me. What I learn, what I teach is for my learning. And when I realized that, everything around me started changing. Few things that I some benefits that we need to talk about, something that I learned, and during this first few months of my practice, is that I started seeing that fear of unknown started going away. Many fears about, what is going to happen in future, what is going to, what is my boss going to tell me, how is my team going to react, how is this project going to happen. A lot of that fears, right? We always have that fear in the back of the mind. All of that started going away. The biggest fear that I lost was to question my own beliefs. Question, why am I thinking that I cannot do this? Why do I think that, I can't, get my team to deliver? Why can't I, why am I thinking that my wife is responsible for the environment at home? So many of the beliefs I started questioning, because a lot of times we have that, but we don't question it. Of the fear that, hey, what is the answer going to be, that you are responsible for those conditions. That is a fear that I used to carry. If I question myself, then of course I may not like the answer. That when I lost that fear, the true transformation started happening, because everything was within my control. Nobody else was responsible for what I am going through, the situations that I have. I was responsible, but when I realized that I realized that if I am responsible for the conditions that I am going through at work, at home, then I have the power to change it. And what meditation helped was to bring that awareness of what I was thinking, what I was feeling. When an email from a colleague came from a US who came, say, telling there's some major issues with my team, my usual self would have said, hey, I have to, really hit back. I have to defend. Instead, when I had this meditation and I looked at the email, I realized, hey, there's something that is happening. Let me talk to him. So instead of just assuming what was happening, because we had this, the person who sent that email, there was an assumption, and then there was this history which said that he did not like the team in my team from whatever past experiences that he had with my team. So the assumption I would have made was that, hey, he is like this only, and I would have just hit back. And that was my first reaction. But with meditation, there was this awareness, hey, why is he telling this? So let me listen to him. So I spoke with that person and understood that he had a genuine reason thinking that, there's some miscommunication. When I had that conversation with an open mind, he also realized that, hey, I am also, trying to work with him. And the relationship after that with that person and with my entire team was completely different. So what that told me was that, hey, every situation is based on the assumptions that we carry about somebody else. So when you are open to it, and Chandra keeps talking about that, having an empty cup, being zero with every conversation, with every relationship, with every situation that you go through. And most of the times, I used to just simply react. But what meditation helped me was to be aware in every reaction that I had, saying, hey, what am I doing? Is this coming from based on my past assumptions? Or is this something that is genuinely responding? that completely changed the way I worked with my team. I no longer had that behavior or assumption that, this person is always not going to deliver, or this person is weak, this person is not responsible. All those assumptions went away and started having a much more open conversations. And so many other aspects of the work completely started changing. But along the way, there's something that I realized, and this has been something that I've been looking to do for a long time, that I wanted to start something on my own. I had even started something, but for whatever reason, it didn't take off. But when I started practicing meditation, in the first 6 months, that desire became really, really strong. I attended one of the quantum coherence program, quantification program at Pyramid Valley, and where we drew a vision board. And one of them, it really came out that I want to start something, start a business. Of course, there are a few others too about my relationship and and something also came was that I want to start teaching meditation. And 3 years now, in fact, 2 years later, I started this company along with, of course, others who are like-minded. But in those 2 years, what I used to think that I have to start a company, and the goal that I was thinking about this company was to do something on the healthcare, because I want to help people, prevent getting something already. And I was thinking that, again, I was thinking from a traditional point of view that, you use diagnostics to, and using AI technology and all that to help people recognize diseases and conditions beforehand. And while this was strong, because this was again coming from the past background, I spent about a year and a half trying to convince myself, hey, this is the way to go. Because there's a lot of work that I had put in before. And for whatever reasons, it won't just start. I would come close to it, I would find the team, I would find some partners, and then again, it won't proceed further. And then I started contemplating. And this is something that I've been doing a lot after starting meditation, contemplating if what is going on, why am I thinking like this? Why am I feeling like this? And then at some point, I spoke with Chandra and said, hey, what is this? And he asked me this question. You have been practicing meditation and you have healed yourself. Do you really think there is any other solution for this? Whatever the highest possible way, highest way that we can do is what we need to do. Because I didn't still understand at that point in time. And at some point a little later, I realized, hey, I have healed my conditions. I was just meditating. I haven't done anything. I used to think that for 20 years, I had these conditions of migraine and bronchitis. And in the last 3 years, when I have not taken medication, if I can do it, why am I thinking that others it's not possible? That's when I realized if I have to start something, it has to be on meditation. And when that realization came in, everything fell into place. Ideas came together, the team came together magically. Today we are running this company, creating a platform so that everyone can go through this journey in a very personalized way. Because what I have realized, this meditation, this simple technique, I used to be a very analytical person. I used to have to have a reason why anything has to happen. My journey, my own experience, I realized not everything you need to understand first before you experience, because that's what meditation helps. Of course, you learn more, you understand more through books and many other things. But meditation is a very natural way to give you solutions. So that's what I realized, and that's what we are doing. But more importantly, what I have in my last 3 years, something that I have understood and realized is being part of this mission. I used to be very, very limited in my thinking. It started with, with our ego that I am this, I am a technology director, I am a engineer, I am I work in a MNC company, I've traveled, all of this, right, with the ego saying that, hey, this is what you are. But what I have realized is, hey, all that is still limiting me. It stops me from experiencing things that I'm, that is outside of those constructs that I had for myself. And then those conditions that I had, that I can't attract the right partners for my company. I can't attract the right talent. That my spouse is responsible for how the condition is at home. My son has to listen to me. A lot of these limitations was coming from a past beliefs that I carried. And that was what was limiting me from experiencing that great relationship with my son, with my family. Meditation slowly started moving all that limitations. If at all, for me, if there is anything to do with meditation, it's about moving from that limited mindset toward that infinite mindset. It's a journey. In one of those sessions, in the first 6 months when I was in Pyramid Valley, I asked, Patriji said that this is a very, very hard work. You have to have put in a lot of hard work. And I asked Patriji, meditation is supposed to make things easy. He said, no, this is hard work. I didn't understand then. But what I realized later was that hard work is not about the effort that I put in. It's about working on yourself, working on your limitations and overcoming those limitations. But friends, that is a beautiful journey, because the things that you can experience once you get over those limitations are unlimited. So I'm glad that all of you have taken this step. I know we are end of week 1. So I'm sure you have put in a lot of commitment. But you stay with it, things are going to be magical. Things that you will experience that you would never imagine you can experience. Thank you. And, thank you, Chandra, for this opportunity.
Fantastic. We don't want to look into ourselves. And so always we are looking external, because we're not ready to accept who we are. This is one of the main reasons why we are more looking external, is because if we look into ourselves, it's going to be, difficult truth to accept. And so the moment Rakkesh looked inside, so things suddenly, with where you place your attention, where you place your energy, so then it gets understood more and more, so it becomes easy to change. A great example here of a leader who changed his ways from inside than outside in his company, and then And then by listening to the inner voice, perfectly aligned with purpose. They could have easily gone into creating another company. So be it. But then by just being that more alert and then more connected to the meditation, navigated naturally to this most important work that Rakkesh is doing. Rakkesh, so when is this meditation app going to come out for us to experience?
The next 6 months. 6 months we'll have.
Next 6 months.
In March. Yes.
Okay. Wonderful. So most suddenly a beautiful technology and something beautiful is going to come out because we have that sincere intent. Somebody is experiencing this meditation day in and day out, and then you're going to put that into practice put that as an application, a software. It's sure going to be very, very beautiful. So wish you all the best, and then thank you for everything you're doing at the foundation. As a trustee, many, many roles that Rakkesh plays. In many ways, taking care of the work at the foundation. We're doing global. I only talked part of it. I've not covered anything about what we do in regionally, and then so many members are there supporting other work and regionally in doing these physical events and programs. In many ways, Rakkesh is supporting all of them. Financially, in teaching, in organizing, and the technology, the back end, many things. So thank you very much, Rakkesh. So we'll continue this, and thanks for great sharing. So dear friends, so thanks. If you have any questions to Rakkesh, how we did, it's one of the biggest challenges for everybody is to align to your entrepreneur dream. Or align to an entrepreneur dream doesn't necessarily have to be a company you start. It can be just moving from where you are to going into an organization that has got the opportunity for you. Or moving from within the company, switching those jobs, because a lot of times hold on to the job, thinking that that is a safe place. So we just limit ourselves, we hold on to it. Meditation gives that strength, that courage to change, to think to change. If we have questions, do ask him. We have a few minutes left, so anybody can ask questions. For those of you who plan time only till 7:30, we have gone quite far. So thank you very much for joining, and then have a wonderful day. Sundays, we have long meditation. We are introducing you to a little longer meditation for those of you new, and we'll go through that tomorrow. And Sundays, no subject. Instead, we just go through longer session of meditation to get more deep into it. And we'll take questions in 15-20 seconds. Thank you. Thank you, Rakkesh.
In beauty, may I walk all day long. May I walk through the seasons. May I walk in peace. May I walk in peace.
Dear friend.
On this path.
We have listened to your great experience today from Rakkesh ji. It was really awesome experience. And there are a couple of announcements. One is the self-assessment survey has been shared in the WhatsApp groups. Just a reminder, please do complete it. It's very, very important. It is just shows how you reflect upon yourself. That is one. And the second one is very important, as we have a Saturday master class, right, from Lakshmi Madam and Karuna Madam, where they are going to share their experience of their recent Himalayan trip. So please do join in the evening, which is from 5:30 p.m. IST to 7 p.m. IST. So the bridge number, the Zoom bridge will be the same, what we are logging in right now, the same bridge. You can use that, and you can join in the evening, 5:30 p.m. IST to 7 p.m. IST. So it will be having experience sharing along with group meditation as well. So that is a wonderful way where Rakkesh just mentioned even the evening sessions. So he had joined, and then that helped his journey transformation as well. So please do join, tune in, and help yourself and transform yourself. Thank you. And any questions, please share your. I think Lakshmi Madam has raised her hand. Shall we go ahead, Rakkesh?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. Actually, you have reignited my entrepreneurial dream again. Yeah. And thank you to Chandra sir and Buddha CEO team, everyone, because I was going through a very tough time since few months, and I don't know how to express my feelings in words at this moment as well. But I just want to convey my gratitude to whole team for giving me that hope.
Absolutely, madam. Wonderful. What do you do?
I'm a software engineer. Actually, I do work for Cognizant.
Okay. Yes. Great to hear. But one thing that I have realized with meditation, things happen naturally. All we have to do is just stay with it.
Yes.
Be open to it and see everything as an experience to learn from.
Yes, I really thank God really for this, Rakkesh sir, because I did not give up. I started my journey in April. I did not give up because I was not able to concentrate. I was not able to connect. I was not able to experience any emptiness or whatever it is, for whatever the reason. Just like my thought process was we will have subscriptions in home for whether it's Dish TV or Prime membership or anything. We don't have an expectation that we will be utilizing it for these many times. We will keep on paying how many times or whatever the period we use it, or we don't make any such conclusions before making that subscription, right? So similar way, I had that same mindset towards this meditation. I don't know, I usually used to give up very easily in many things, but I never imagined I will be with meditation for this long when I started. I think this is all blessings of God, and I'm very happy that I'm still with this team, and I'm having this breath.
It's all blessings of God called Lakshmi Pravalika Penna, madam. It's your creation. Blessing, it's a blessing of a God called Lakshmi Pravalika, madam. It's your creation. Our intentions are always responded. If we have a that's why we use the word sincerity. If we have a sincere intention to say, I am doing this, I am in it, then whether it doesn't happen tomorrow or day after, for the next 5 days, you may be busy in something, but you'll be pulled back into it again because you have set a strong, serious intention that I am doing it no matter what. That's what Rakkesh also said. He said, I am just going to continue. That's what he was saying. At the end of 40 days, he made only one simple decision. I'm going to continue this. There's something in it. And our intention carries automatically. So that's what is happening to you, madam. Great. All the best to your future adventures.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, there is a question, so maybe you can answer this in the chat as well. Shatabdi Thalbar. How Rakkesh sir has kept continuing even though he observed something is not working.
One thing that I would always question if things are working is my original intent. Is that something that I still feel strongly? What meditation helped me was to connect to that feeling. And when that original intention, I still had that strong intent was still there, that feeling that I have to start something, still there. It was not going away. Even after things were not working, that feeling was there that, hey, I have to do something. So only question then was, what is it within me that I have to change? So it was all about understanding what, so sometimes you feel that, hey, that the desire goes away, that if you want to do something and then after some days, when things are not happening, your desire starts going away. Then you start looking whether that intention was really because you wanted it or somebody else told you that, and because of somebody else that you're doing it. It's important that, at least for me, it was important that I had to question myself at every step. That's all it is. You will have your answer. With meditation, you will always have that answer.
Yes, please go ahead.
There is one more question related to.
Isn't Rathanmal's voice low?
Yes.
Oh, I think now it will be better.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So another question is, Rakkesh sir, I'm not able to concentrate. So what to do for it more concentrate? This is from Mahesh Patel, sir.
Concentrate during meditation? Is that the question? If it's about concentration, if you're thinking that you have to concentrate during meditation, that is something that we have to move away from. It's not about concentration. It's
Yes,
about
sir.
observing. Yes.
During meditations.
So we don't concentrate on during the meditation. Sorry, you're muted. Can you unmute yourself?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah.
I got more thoughts in my mind during the meditation, sir.
That's okay. So one thing, even after 3 years of that intense practice, every meditation or almost every meditation, I do get thoughts.
Okay, sir.
So what we have to understand, and something that I realized was, this is like training your mind. What we are training our mind to bring back the attention to the breath. We are just observing the breath. We are not even concentrating on the breath. We are observing the breath just going in and coming out. So everything else, you just let it go. You just experience it. Thoughts come, you're training your mind to say, when you say there is thoughts coming, then you're bringing back your attention to the breath.
Okay. Sure, sir.
So it doesn't matter how many times, how many thoughts come, all you're doing is just going back to the breath. Even after 10 years, if thoughts come, all you're doing is bringing back your attention to the breath, because that's when magic happens. And you start seeing the difference outside the meditation.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mahesh sir, for asking this question. Yeah. So the another question is how to avoid negative people, negative energy.
There's no avoid it's not about avoiding, right? One thing that I have realized is, what is it, that feeling and thought that you are having, which is what is attracting. So how we think, how we feel is what you attract. Your thoughts create your reality is what something that we understand. So you change, and with meditation, it's very simple because you naturally become more positive. You go through this program. If it's the first time you go through this program, you understand, like, how we naturally become more positive, how this body changing, how our mind thoughts patterns change. So all you do is just practice meditation, and everything falls into place.
Thank you, Rakkesh. And another question is related to by Akash, sir. Something related to wanted to understand your experience related to stress management and how your focus has been improved and grasping the things.
Okay, so this is a long conversation we can have, but bit before meditation, I didn't even know I was carrying stress. My sister, who's a medical doctor, she used to say, for your condition to improve, you have to reduce stress. I would say, what stress? But with meditation, I realized all that stress which I carried, which I didn't even know, all went away. So meditation is the only answer. There's nothing else. And of course, all that concentration starts improving. I mean, there's so much, we are used to doing multitasking. All that went away. Grasping things, I started reading a lot more. I mean, in the last 3 years, I've read and listened to more than 300 books. Where before that, I used to probably read 1 or 2 books in a year. So all you have to do is just practice meditation. There's no other answer. Right?
Thank you. And we have 3 hands raised. Shall we go ahead?
Yes.
Rukmaniji, please unmute yourself and.
Sir, I have a question for Chandra sir, actually.
Go ahead,
Can I?
Yes, please go ahead.
Sir, namaste, sir. Can I talk to you in Telugu, sir?
చెప్పండి.
సార్, నా పేరు రుక్మిణి సార్, మా చీరాలండి. మన బాల వికాస్ ఫౌండర్ మహేశ్వరి గారి పక్కన హౌస్ సార్ మాది. యాక్చువల్గా తన ద్వారా నేను మెడిటేషన్లోకి వచ్చాను సార్. సో ఒక లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ మొత్తము చాలా హారబుల్ సిచ్యువేషన్స్ ఇంట్లో నేను ఫేస్ చేశాను సార్. హెల్త్ ఇష్యూస్ పరంగా మా హస్బెండ్కి నాకు చాలా అసలు యాక్చువల్గా ఫస్ట్లోనే నాకు చాలా భయం ఉండేది. కొంచెం భయం అనే తత్వం ఎక్కువ అనమాట నాకు. యాక్చువల్లీ ఐఎమ్ ఏ లెక్చరర్ అండి కాలేజ్లో. చాలా ఎఫిషియెంట్గా చాలా ఇదిగా వర్క్ చేస్తాను. బెస్ట్ టీచర్గా తీసుకుంటాను అవార్డ్స్ కానీ రివార్డ్స్ కానీ అంతా. కానీ ఎక్కడో మనసులో నాకు చాలా భయం ఉండేది. తొందరగా ఫ్యామిలీ సర్కమ్స్టాన్సెస్ అవ్వచ్చు, ఏదైనా అవ్వచ్చు, చాలా హెల్త్ ఇష్యూ. ఒక రకంగా నేను బ్రెస్ట్ క్యాన్సర్ నుంచి బయటపడ్డాను ఈ మధ్య. మా హస్బెండ్కి ఒక హార్ట్లో స్టంట్ వేయాల్సి వచ్చింది. విత్ ఇన్ స్పాన్ ఆఫ్ 6 months ఇదంతా జరిగింది. సో నాకు అదంతా మనసులో ఆ భయం ఉండింది. కానీ ఇప్పుడు ఈ మెడిటేషన్లోకి వచ్చాక నేను చాలా ఓవర్కమ్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నాను. కానీ ఎక్కడో నేను అది మేనిఫెస్టేషను, విజువలైజేషను ఒక డీప్గా వెళ్ళినప్పుడు అంతా బాగుంది, అంతా సవ్యంగా ఉంది, ఎస్పెషల్లీ నా చిల్డ్రన్ గురించి అట్లా నేను అనుకుంటున్నప్పుడు నాకు వెంటనే మళ్ళీ ఎక్కడో ఒక నెగిటివ్ థాట్ వచ్చేస్తుంది సార్. ఇవాళ నేను ఇంత హడావుడిగా మీకు మాట్లాడటానికి కారణం కూడా ఏంటంటే, నేను అసలు ఇందాక ఒక రకమైన షివరింగ్ వచ్చేసింది. నాకు ఇంతవరకు ఆ వణుకు తగ్గలేదు ఒంట్లో. అంటే నేను సబ్ కాన్షియస్ లెవెల్లో బాగా హయ్యర్ స్టేట్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు అంత బాగుంది అని విజువలైజ్ చేసుకుంటున్నప్పుడు ఎక్కడి నుంచో మళ్ళీ చాలా డిస్ట్రక్టివ్ థాట్స్ వస్తూ ఉంటున్నాయి మధ్యలో. అది నేను ఈ లెవెల్లో ఉన్నాను, ఇది ఖచ్చితంగా జరుగుతుందేమో అనే ఇది నన్ను ఇంకా అసలు వణికిపోయేటట్టు చేస్తుంది సార్. అది ఇప్పటికి ఇది 2nd time నేను అది చేసుకోవటం. నన్ను నేను ఎంత ఇది చేసుకుంటున్నా కానీ ఇట్లా 2nd time అట్లాంటి ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ వచ్చింది సార్.
No problem. So what Madam is saying is the last 1 year has been tough health-wise, but we're able to overcome many of those with this meditation in the last 1 year. A lot of worries, a lot of stressful things have reduced. I'm a lecturer, generally been very successful in my career, but some fears are there which suddenly are coming to hit me in my meditation. And visualization, if some negative thoughts come, what happens? So, Madam, there are, of course, by now you know, by the way, we're grateful to Maheshwari Madam. Maheshwari Madam is an amazing master.
Yes.
We all carry, there are a few negative memories that we carry, normal day-to-day things, and then there are a few potentially deep-rooted memories that are there, which causes to hold on to certain level of fears. They are there. The surface level ones disappear pretty quickly. When we meditate, surface level disappear pretty quickly. Something deep will also come out, but they'll take a little while, number one. So we just have to understand that the fear is there, means there is something deeply somewhere, some event of the past, something which is just potentially maybe a traumatic one, maybe something that has deeply happened. We just hold the memory back. And so that what we call potentially things that are around a limiting belief, a deep layer zero limiting belief. That's probably sits somewhere, and then that causes this fear to show up. But the good news is that if you practice regularly, it will definitely come out and then you will overcome it if you practice meditation. Now, also, your worry is when I'm visualizing and deeply, and then suddenly this negative thought comes, and then sort of, I suddenly project on that and I feel worried. Recognize that these memories are there always. So our manifestations are only going to get better because you are now 90% positive territory, maybe 10% in the negative territory. And then over a period of time, it becomes 99 and 1%. So the impact to the negativity that comes is going to be very, very minimal to none, because a lot of times I want to realize that we're not going to put energy to it. Unless we put emotion, energy to it, that doesn't manifest. Any thought that comes, unless we put energy to it, emotion to it, doesn't manifest. It takes a longer. So there's negative thought showing up. It's common, and then of course you do what you're doing, pull back. Now, how do I overcome some of this? I suggest please read wisdom. Read a lot of books that reinforce to ourselves that it is possible to fix those memories. It is possible to increase our energy towards positivity or now to aligning to what we really want. But we need to read more books. Please read some important books that we recommended yesterday in our wisdom newsletter, wisdom note. 25 books are there. I suggest you read Richard Bach books and then Neil Donald Walsh. These two books you read. Just about understanding that fundamental understanding has to come that it is you are responsible for your life, and then you have the power to change. So that understanding, the more it comes, the less you'll worry about any negative that show up, and then slowly all that will dissolve, right? That understanding has to improve strongly. And then how do we do it? By reading various masters' literature. Patriji has written a small book called Be a Master. Please listen to that lecture or read that book, Be a Master, right?
Okay. Actually, టుడే నేను వేరే ఇష్యూతో అసలు మిమ్మల్ని కలవాలనుకున్నా సార్, మాట్లాడాలనుకున్నాను. నేను కాలేజ్లో ఇక్కడ ప్రెసెంట్ ఏపీలో ఉన్న సిచ్యుయేషన్స్ లో ఈ డ్రగ్స్ దగ్గర నుంచి మొత్తము స్టూడెంట్స్కి వచ్చేసింది సార్. నేను కాలేజ్కి బ్యాక్ కూడా మా చైర్మన్ గారికి నేను ఇప్పుడు అలా రాను, నేనేంటో తెలుసుకోవాలి, ఈ రెగ్యులర్ స్టడీస్ మార్క్స్ కోసం వచ్చే స్టడీస్ ఇవి కాదు, పిల్లలకి మెంటలీ వాళ్ళు గ్రోత్ కి నేను హెల్ప్ చేయాలి అని చెప్పేసి నేను మళ్ళీ జాబ్ కూడా జాయిన్ అవ్వలేదు సార్. చాలా హై ఎనర్జీస్ వచ్చినాయి నిన్న మొన్నట్లో నాకు. నేను మనకి ఇక్కడ ఏదైతే ప్రోగ్రామ్ జరుగుతుందో బుద్ధా సిఇఓలో, అది నేను కాలేజ్ లో ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయాలి. ఒక 2 hours వీక్లీ పిల్లలకి ఇట్లాంటి క్లాసెస్ పెట్టి ఈ స్లైడ్స్ వేసి ఇదంతా చెప్పాలని చాలా ఎనర్జీస్ తో ఉన్నాను. అసలు ఇవాళ నిన్నంతా అనుకున్నాను, మీరు మార్నింగ్ దీని గురించి స్టార్టింగ్ లో మొత్తం చెప్పారు సార్. సో అట్లా కనెక్ట్ అయ్యాను. కానీ ఎప్పుడైతే ఇందాక మెడిటేషన్ అట్లా అయ్యేటప్పటికి ఆ ఎనర్జీ లెవెల్స్ అన్ని అట్లా ఇదైపోయింది. ఫస్ట్ నా భయమే అదే సార్. అది నేను అంత లెవెల్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు దాన్ని తీసుకుంటున్నాను కదా, అంటే ఎనర్జీలో ఉన్నప్పుడు కదా అట్లాంటి నెగిటివ్ థాట్ వస్తుంది, అదేమన్నా జరుగుతుంది అనే భయం ఇంకా నన్ను షివర్ అయిపోయేలా చేసింది సార్.
Yeah, be assured that thing it has the least energy because your intentions are something else. See,
Yes.
always our energy is carried through our intention. Your intention is not to create negative things. Your intention is to create a lot of positivity. That's how you start. Your core intention is there, but the negative thought is there, so it has less energy that it carries. So do not worry about it at all. It is only greater than what it was without meditation. Remember that point also. So just continue, madam. And I love your idea that wisdom has to be given to colleges. We
Yes,
give all our support. Let's have a conversation. Take a number from Maheshwari and then give me a call. But it'll be awesome to introduce this to your colleges. No better person than you who already well acquainted with children and students.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. We've got 8:14. Let's go through the three of us here over there. Mr. Vishnath.
Hi, Chandra sir. This is Vishwanath from US. So I'm an IT professional. So first of all, thank you so much for the entire Buddha CEO team and especially you, sir, Chandra sir. I was part of your coherence program last like 20 days. Like from that point of time, like I never leave any of your program. So even every day I'm watching your videos. So first of all, my sincere gratitude to you. I just want to share my experience. I was having the acid reflux right from my childhood. Like if I remember, like around my intermediate, right, it started. As my age increases, it is hitting me a lot. But I see so many changes in this past. I've been doing this meditation for 1 month now. I'm seeing so many improvements. So I just want to share this to everyone. So this has been there from my childhood, but I'm seeing very good positives for the past 2 to 3 weeks. So every day I'm having a horrible experience with my acid reflux. Like every day early morning, I used to wake up like 3 a.m., 2 a.m. because of this. But with this, right, I'm still waking up at 4, but whenever I do meditation, it totally clears up basically. Even I'm stopped doing the medications also.
Fantastic. Maybe you can come on video one of the days and share.
Sure, sir. I'll just turn.
That's great.
Hi.
Hi,
sir. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and I recently, I'm not sure. Like for the past 2 years, I'm having some eczema. I'm sure I will clear that eczema. I met so many doctors in the US for the eczema, and they did so many tests, and they said, initially I thought it is small skin allergy. But after so many tests, right, pathology, everything they did, so then they said like it is kind of eczema. It cannot be curable, and I have to live with that. But I'm sure, like with this meditation, definitely I will cure that. So I have that confidence with my acid reflux. Maybe I can tell the other experience maybe in 1 or 2 months.
Awesome, sir. Headache to cancer. That's what my anger.
Sorry?
Headache to cancer is healed through meditation.
Okay. I have that confidence. So usually with my acid reflux, my experience is every day I used to have the severe headache because of the acid reflux, and I used to take so many tablets. But with for the past 2 to 3 weeks, I'm not even taking any tablet. Whenever I feel a headache, I will do the meditation for 10 minutes. Everything will be clear. So my sincere gratitude to you.
Sir, all the psychosomatic. So my biggest suggestion to everybody is to go and read and enhance your understanding and knowledge. The more you understand knowledge, the more you're going to drop off many, many limitations and many, many judgments about people and situations and things about life. Many of them will change when we understand our knowledge, expand our knowledge. The books we recommended are a wide set of books in different directions, and they'll give a good perspective about life in all directions. And so then our limitations drop. Limitations drop, our thoughts change, our health improves greatly without even realizing. Okay.
One more question, sir. So when you say reading the books, right? So listening the masters and reading the books, both are same, or books will have its own impact?
They are same, they're different. Meaning you must read books because somebody's lifetime experience is distilled. 40 years of experience of an author is distilled into a book, right?
Okay.
So that's very different from listening for half an hour, right? Yes.
Yeah, I was very blessed. This was introduced by Venu sir, basically through my brother Sudarshan, and his friend is Venu sir. I think he's in IBM, I believe. So I was so glad. I mean, it's been 1 month now. I'm seeing so many changes. Still, I have to do some manifestation. But first, let me fulfill my this one health issues. Then after that, I want to do some manifestation. So,
they have a road.
Thank you, sir.
They have a roadmap.
Yeah, one by one, because this is my health is the first #1 priority. So first, let me clear my health.
Sure.
Then I will start doing it.
Sure.
And I have one question, sir. So I used to listen your coherence videos every day, even whenever I do driving. I used to listen your videos. So in the reincarnation, right? I have one small question in the topic. So I have some interesting topic on the ghost, right? I used to this reincarnation is ghost is one of the form of the reincarnation. Is that true, or is something different?
What you do first is to read the Many Lives, Many Masters book by Dr. Brian Weiss. Okay.
Okay.
Just read some books. Then you get your own answers. Okay.
What is the book name, sir? Many
Lives, Many Masters by Brian Weiss. Start from there.
Okay.
And then also read books by Michael Newton, A Soul's Evolution. These two books you read. You're in Varia, go to East West bookstore, and there are amazing set of books out there. Pick some books and then read. Okay. Read these books. These are recommended in our 25 book list. Okay.
Okay, definitely.
Thank you. Kim Wan, madam.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Today I tried on the chair. Do I have to cross leg? I asked small technical questions because just for example, analogy, if I exercise, if my form is not correct, I repeat 40 days, I will repeat the mistake for 40 days, you see. So all the while meditation, I think I'm stuck at, how do I put it? To go into the alpha zone. I understand my thoughts wander and then I bring it back. So the breakout session yesterday was good. I don't worry about my breathing is shallow, solar plexus pain. I just breathe naturally and focus on the nostril. And I always bring it back, it helps. The music, in fact, helps, but sometimes I love music so much. I went there, but I came back. The music helps me to relax. It adds color and dimension, but I see many sharing. I hear many sharing all the years I tried meditation guided ones. And people see colors, people have the breakthrough and all that. I've been doing many years, so I'm 70 now. And I know that I got to make this happen. And I'm very committed these 40 days. Each day gets better, less body ache when I'm on the chair. So how do I get, the more brief moment of emptiness, I did have 1 second, 1 split second the first day. It's like when you just, you smile and relax, it's just there and then you're lost in the same thing, that stuck thing. So this is it. Second will be on the books. So yesterday, because I may have to go for eye procedure, so I don't want to overuse my eyes. So I use podcast, so Joe Dispenza, Placebo, part 1, part 2, part 3 is trying to explain. I was driving, but because fighting for time, but it didn't make me sleepy. But then the emptiness between your ears, your nostrils and all that, that is the place that I'm stuck. How to go into that emptiness, even briefly, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Why is this? Why am I stuck here? And I noticed that trauma, when it comes to childhood, probably is due to love. When it comes to music, I'm trying my best. When it comes to meditation, I'm surprised I get very emotionally fragile. So my first goal, self-healing. You can't pour from an empty cup. Second goal will be alignment, body, mind, and soul. I have a strong mind, and I make myself do this with discipline. After that, I want to find my purpose before I check out, because the vertical purpose, not the lateral purpose, so that I can impact people one at a time, people around me. So when I go to the hospital, I talk to the nurses about meditation, how can I share this and that, you see? But this is as much I can do. But if I get strong and I get aligned, at least when I guide people, I guide correctly, because I think something there that I may not be doing correct, technically speaking. I just want to get into alpha zone. I do it easily when I'm bathing or doing a song. But meditation is the key. I know it is the key. So just asking this little technical question. So far, I've been very, 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 very blessed. Survival since childhood until now, still very blessed. But survival is when I want to thrive and help people thrive. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, Madam Kim. There is no time frame for this. We have to first recognize that we all are journeying at our own pace. First of all, we have to recognize and then drop that notion of time, drop the notion that I have to learn this, I have to go through it, I want to experience it. Drop that notion, leave it. Become free. Your life is already going beautifully. You cannot predict when emptiness happens. It can take 25 years, it can take 3 lifetimes. In one lifetime, you may be only listening. It's called Shravanam. You're only in the listening state, learning state. In another few lifetimes, maybe only in practice and doing a little bit. And then a few lifetimes is when after cross and finally become into the B state. The practice of learning, on average, we are going through 300 plus lifetimes. So there is many things can happen. So first thing I want us to understand is that you cannot force something to happen. We cannot force, we don't want any predictability. The problem with the human is that we want to make everything predictable. There's no predictability. Your life is going great, your meditations are going great. If you tell me that you're already experiencing colors, visions, and all of that, it's good. Continue. Do you have the patience to continue for another 10 years before we experience something potentially deep? If the answer is yes, then you will see magical things happening. Sometimes it does take. It took me 3 years. 99, I got to know meditation, but only in the year 2002, after 3 years, I settled into a daily practice. Until then, I was irregular. I knew about it, but I couldn't go there. The reason being, not that I was not wanting to do, but the reason being that there is always many things that hold us back, what we call the karmic connection, the causes that are there before. Some of them hold back, but here we are making our attempt to move forward. So they're there. And so it took me 3 years to get in, and then to get to where I am, to get to some of the deeper experience, it took me 15 years later. But of course, life is improving. I'm sure our measure is with meditation practices to see that our life improves. But beyond that, specifically wanting to experience a bliss and empty states and this and that, we practice. When it happens, we leave it. We'll not bother about it. You got to take it out of our mind from today permanently. It happens, doesn't happen, doesn't matter. The purpose of any practice of meditation is to get better in life, align to the purpose. If you align to your purpose, you're done. Some people may have bliss state. It's not necessary for everybody. It's not even necessary at all to experience something bliss or emptiness. Not necessary. What is important is whether I am getting more clarity to lead my life better. That's all. Because if you align to a purpose, it didn't matter whether somebody experienced bliss or this, but as long as they are doing what they really wanted to do, that's what is called purpose in design. And if we do that, we're going to be the most happiest person from inside, and so that is sufficient. So, madam, you are doing everything right. There's nothing more to learn. All we need is now to undo a lot of things about alpha, gamma, beta. All these are not necessary. We have to make this whole thing simple. We are telling Because if somebody is still hesitating, we're telling a little bit of science, but not necessary. We got to just zero off the mind. Unlearn everything that you have done from meditation practice before. If you are experiencing visions and colors, you're already on the path. Now, when will you get the empty state? I can't tell, neither can you tell. It's not predictable. It can take one day in one sitting. It can take 10 years later. I got the biggest experience of my life, though, a deep, beautiful experience after 15 years of practice. But that's okay. But I led my life very purposefully all those 15 years because meditation helped me to latch on. Please take my phone number. Can somebody type my phone number? And then do give me a call, Madam Kim, and then we'll have further conversation. I'll be very happy to talk to you. But I can tell you, you're on the right path. And if you let go of a specific result or an expectation, you're going to progress greatly, very swiftly. Okay? I'll tell you that.
My first gratitude. I sleep with conversation with God last night. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, Chandra sir.
Yes, madam.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
First of all, really thank you. Because I think somewhere I have manifested this day, or I have manifested these many sessions to be able to meditate with you. Because I'm facing a lot of issues in my life and I wanted to get it solved naturally and very peacefully, but it was not happening for so many months. My problem is there are a lot of situations that I have come across where people like roommates or any other person, if I'm living with family, if I'm living with my co-workers or something, I've observed that their toxic behavior is somehow affecting me because of some conflicts or their own issues, they are getting really angry or toxic, or they behave something very, very different. Like they're throwing objects or they're yelling or something like that, not on me, but on themselves or naturally. It is really affecting me because at the same time, I'm trying to read something. At the same time, I'm trying to work on something or anything else. It happened like because of their this behavior, I have fallen into tears completely. I'm not able to sleep at all. I'm always scared because of this behavior. So what I did is I focused on the breath. I left the room immediately. I went to another room, or I went out. After half an hour, I started to feel like normal, but it happens every now and then. There are places that I can go, but thing is, there are some situations where we cannot come out of it. Like at night, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I cannot come out of the room and go on the roads or terrace like that. So I tried to talk to them for resolving this issue, but thing is, what it kept on happening. So how can I be unaffected even though there are a lot of chaos happening around me?
When did you start meditation practice?
It's about a month ago.
What, a month ago? You want
Yeah.
to solve everything. Be happy, madam, where you are. Things that build up over years and years and years, right? They'll take a little bit of time. Just be gentle on yourself. You're already doing great. Just few more weeks to months of practice, some of this will change automatically. You don't even answer the question. Just continue. 1 month is a short time to undo many beliefs that we form internally, which are happening over a period of years, right? What is your degree, education qualification? You study?
I have done masters.
Masters. How many years of study you have to get to do this masters?
2 years.
2 years. Before that?
Before that, graduation 4 years.
4 plus 2, 6 years you gave there, and here 1 month later you want everything done. You're talking about life science and the way you deal with situations of life. So just give yourself more time. Nothing more you have to do. This practice, that wisdom that we are providing, just read. It will be just fine. 6 months later, you'll say the thing of the past. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Chandra.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Pune.
Pune. Okay. Your parents meditate?
No, they don't.
They don't yet. Okay. So you'll be the light there in your family. Yes. Sudipta, Sudhir. Sudipta. Mr. Shaman.
Good morning, Chandra sir, and deep gratitude to you. So, this is my second Buddha Seva program. In the first program, I attended only the 7 days. So, but my problem is I am not able to concentrate on my breath, sir. So the anchoring point I can see is on my belly. And if I apply Vicks to my upper lips, I can observe the focus on the breath for just 5 to 10 minutes, sir. And after that, it will goes up after this Vicks smell goes up. So I just need an advice from your side on like how to focus on breath.
How to focus on breath? You observe your breath anywhere in the nose, right? And then when you observe the breath, slowly breath will disappear. So everything you're experiencing all will disappear. So it means you're in the right path.
Okay.
If you're not finding a weak smell, that means you are in the right path.
Okay.
Because the whole idea is to forget everything and then you will lose sense of everything.
Okay.
Because you want to completely disappear. It's in meditation. Observe the breath, slowly breath becomes lighter, shorter, and thoughts come down. Our sensory perceptions withdrawn inward. So then you suddenly don't have any experience of your outer.
Okay.
Outer is your body as well as everything around. So all of that is disappeared. So that's exactly what's happening for you. That you don't even hear the sense, the smell, the Vicks or whatever that you're putting, which means you're in the path.
Okay.
Nothing to do. You don't need Vicks anymore. So just continue.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. Okay. Thank you, dear friends. Wonderful to be having these conversations. Thank you, Rakkesh. I don't know if you're still there. So we'll meet again on tomorrow. Thank you.
May I walk in